Alrighty, as promised, here is the video. I had somebody hit me up and said, Pimpy, can somebody rent you out for parties? I said, what do you mean rent me out? I'm not a piece of furniture or something. She goes, didn't you used to host parties back in the day? You promised to make a video. I go, yeah, I used to host parties and organize parties and stuff like that back in the day. And they wanted to know if I was still available to do that. If they flew me out to their location and organized a place to party and do a meet and greet and all that stuff, I said, oh man, I'm not as young as I used to be. So, I can't recoup like I used to. But they also reminded me that I promised to do video, kind of showing you some of the things I did during the nightlife. Trust me, I can't show you 75% of it because it's really private. This is me on my 40th birthday, actually. So it's 15 years ago already. Good lordy. Prior to this, I'd, promoted clubs before. Promoting is not that big of a deal. But the promoting we did was a little bit different. We organized a lot of events for rich people. So we would book, traveling somewhere to real private events, making sure that they had access to no line waiting, get into clubs, get them drinks, all that kind of stuff like that. And amongst other things, drugs and the whole 9 yards. So the nightlife is really crazy. The drug of choice for millionaires, of course, always is cocaine. Now, I'm not a big fan of cocaine, but, you would do it from time to time just to stay awake. Ecstasy was the other drug. That was more up my alley. Not that that's good, but I just needed to stay awake like I'm drinking coffee. Not that's an excuse, but when you're in the nightlife and you're making money at it, you really have to be active and alert and intermingling with the people who are paying you to do that. So anyways, yeah, this is my 40th birthday party. But let's go through, and I told you I used to live a lifestyle like a rock star, and you'll see what I'm talking about. We were all like a big, huge family. This is a very small portion of them. Literally, our clique was like 15, 20 strong. It was pretty big. So usually what happened is on the weekend, we let each other know where we were. And by the end of the night, we usually all ended up at the same location. And the owner really loved that because that was like home for us. So we would promote other clubs, but by the end of the night, we always ended the night at the same club. It was a club called Sabor. Unfortunately, it's no longer there. As a matter of fact, recently I drove by there. It's now a Chinese food restaurant. It was depressing to see. The club is just gone. But yeah, everybody was like one huge family. We had a lot of fun. We do shit spontaneously, like leave the club in San Jose drunk, and people would pass out in your car on the way home, and then they'd wake up in Vegas. And they're like, what the just happened? Oh, I felt like going to Vegas, and I wouldn't even tell people I was going, because we would leave like the butt crack of, morning from the club, and then I was like, I'm just going to go to Vegas, and just take off to Vegas, man. So this is Papa Bear, Randy. Randy is a producer. He's a songwriter and a producer. I'm pretty sure some of the songs that he created, you'll know. In the late 90s when high energy music was a thing, he had a song that was a hit song. So I call him Papa Bear because he was like a straight edger. He didn't drink, he didn't do drugs, he didn't do nothing. He would lecture us all the time. But this is one of his songs you might be familiar with. It's called In a Dream. During the high energy time, listen. In a dream, my love. So that is Papa Bear's song, but he had I think at the time he had 192 songs that he had wrote and were scattered throughout the charts. I might be wrong on that number, but I remember it was like this large amount. And he's still active today. He still does music. A few years ago, he had another song that hit the radio waves that some of you might or might not know. Of course, I love this song. It's called Take Me Back to Vegas. Take me back to Vegas, make me famous, take me back to Vegas. Oh, who's that in the back with the red shirt and the black jacket? Bean and Rice, otherwise known as the Shadow Boys. So yeah, that was his latest song. Actually had a few more after that, but this one here, all of us actually are friends. This is Santi. They call him DJ Mowgli. Of course, he looks like Mowgli from the Jungle Book. But we all hung around each other, especially when it came to Vegas. Any excuse we had to go to Vegas, we went. So let me just say this. If we were in the club and somebody famous was there, I promise you that's where you'll find me. I was always around the celebrities. Always. For some strange reason, celebrities just took to me. Every time I ran into them, they thought I was somebody that they knew. I just had that face. They go, oh, dang, dude. how you been? What you been up to? I just always went along with it. Obviously, they didn't know me, so I would just go along with it. I reminded them of somebody that they knew and partied with, so so I hung around them. There's T-Pain. I hung around MMA fighters. I mean, I taught college in Stockton, so you can imagine. I got to find my pictures with the Diaz boys. I have pictures with Nate and Nick Diaz as well. The Shatter Boys, Bean and Rice. For some of you might remember this is Kendra from the Girls Next Door, the Playboy Bunny. Some of you might know who this is. This is Suge Knight. Yep, we're having a drink. That's a big boy. Me and Ray J. Actually, for those of you who don't know who Ray J is, he used to be known as Brandy's brother, but then he became more famous than her when something happened. He released a sex tape with Kim Kardashian. When Kim Kardashian parted ways with Ray J and went with Kanye West, Ray J then turned around and put this lovely song together for Kanye.
She might move on to rappers and pop, but we all know I hit it first.
Yeah, I hit it first. That is brutal. So yeah, he became famous for doing a sex tape with Kim Kardashian. When Kim and him parted ways, and she started seeing Kanye West, he did a song called I Hit It First, which is just brutal. But let's just set the record straight. I hit it first. Here's me with Tommy Lee from Motley Crue. 12-Pack and Foxy. Some of you guys might know who these guys are. Like I said, I hung around a lot of reality stars. I think it was For the Love of Flavor Flav, and then it was For the Love of New York, and then the Icky Twins, and then Tila Tequila, and, Double Shot at Love, and then you had, The Rock of Love. I mean, for a while there was this long string of reality shows that people would check into. Me and this guy right here, this is 12-Pack, Dave, we were really cool. We still talk from time to time. Actually, I just spoke to him 2 days ago. If you haven't seen Dave, this is Dave. I can't put the music on because I'll just get a copyright, but this is Dave 12-Pack, man. He's a cool dude. He's in great shape, obviously, but he was in a lot of reality shows. He did the one with Tiffany, the I Love New York. I Love Daisy. He was on that one. He done a lot of the money challenges. There's him with Heat. Hung around Heat before. He's a good guy. I was on Netflix and I saw this, The King of Collectibles. And guess who's on here?
I got some big packages I gotta open here. Dave, he's my number 2. He manages the team and runs all the auctions.
Which is why I was reaching out to Dave. I have a plethora of sports memorabilia. I want to sell it all and then move my monies into precious metals. So I sent him a bunch of pictures. I had autographed jerseys. I have a game-used Jason Kidd rookie jersey. I got autographed Michael Jordan jerseys. I got an autographed Mickey Mantle. So yeah, I told him, dude, I want to get rid of all of them. So I was happy to see that Dave is still out there hustling. I love this show, to be honest with you, just because I am a huge collector of sports memorabilia. So the show is really good. So I encourage you guys to go check it out, called The King of Collectibles. If you're into sports memorabilia or other memorabilia, music, or if you have some memorabilia that you're interested in selling, whether it's somebody famous for music, some piece of history, sports cards, collectibles, reach out to Dave or let me know, and I'll put you in touch with Dave if you got something that he's interested in, okay? Just to give you a quick glimpse of this is what the reality shows were like. They were crazy. They were silly. They done a lot of things. Flex, yeah, he's really super crazy. Some of you might remember him, Fox, For the Love of Daisy.
I feel, not wanted. Maybe I shouldn't be here, us living together.
As you can imagine, Fox is a really good-looking guy, and he had a huge following. Yeah, we'd all hang out together at clubs and just kick back and shoot the shit, and mostly drink is what we did. See, we had 21 shots of Patron. So, yeah, the fact that we're still standing is unbelievable. Yep, like I said, I'd run into famous people. Robin Williams. I did security work, and my job was to watch over Robin Williams when they filmed What Dreams May Come. I was crashing an award show, and he was in the back after he just won his award. And I said, hey, do you remember me? He goes, oh, yeah, man, how you been? How you been, Chief? I go, oh, you really remember me? He goes, no, I just wanted you to feel good. And I started laughing. He's like, come on, let's take a picture. I said, okay. He goes, do you want to throw up gang signs and look like gangsters? Did he have me laughing? But meeting Robin Williams was a huge thing for me. He's a great guy. He's very missed. So it goes without saying, if you're going to be in a nightclub, guess what's going to happen? You're going to drink. So whenever you're promoting clubs, most of the time, the owners, if they really like you, they'll give you free bottle service. So you get free alcohol. That's what it is. People drink out of cups, and not me. I drink out of the bottle. And the bottles. Yeah. As you can imagine. There's Flex right there. They took a picture, but I wasn't paying attention. I was like, and plus look at 2 fists in it. I was like, Flex, really, you're messing with my drinking time. And we organized crazy parties. Like I was saying, I did hang out with a lot of reality stars. Paris Hilton, I've seen her several times, but she's really hard to hang around a lot. Even when she tries talking with me and spending time, she has people constantly pushing her forward. Like, oh, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. It used to be really frustrating, especially when you wanted to talk for a little bit. But she actually stole my name Pimpy for a while. She's telling everybody how everything is pimpy. She's like, I like your purse. It's really pimpy. Oh, I like that dress. That's really pimpy. And Papa Bear said, the next time you see her, you know what she's going to have in diamonds on the back of her phone. It's going to say Pimpy. I was like, that bitch stole my fucking word, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Paris Hilton. Now, the funny thing was, there was a reality show about who was going to be her best friend. That's the one that won. But they hadn't announced it yet. And I already knew ahead of time because here we are. It's not that I know her, but we were good acquaintances. She would remember me, unlike a lot of other people, but she did remember me. So when I would take pictures with people, I had a habit of just at least putting my hand on the small of their back. She had this bodyguard that kept grabbing my hand. And I was like, I was trying to figure out what the hell he was doing. He was trying to keep me from touching her. And I was like, you do know I know her, right? He's like, it's okay. We're taking a picture together. I was like, she goes, nobody's allowed to touch me. I was like, oh, my bad. He's just doing his job, man. But at first I was like, what the hell are you doing? Alicia Keys. Me and Alicia Keys had one of the greatest talks ever. I snuck backstage at an award show. I went back to a Motley Crue because Tommy Lee told everybody I was his half brother, and that spread like wildfire. I was back there where all the other stars were, and I started talking to Alicia Keys, and we were just talking about music, classical music, modern music, and where the music industry is going, having a great talk. And then Papa Bear walks up and goes, man, you guys look like you're best friends. And that's when she put her hand there. She goes, oh my gosh. She goes, I just met this guy, but I felt like I've known him my whole life. And it was the craziest thing. And then he snapped a picture. So it was really nice talking to her. I enjoyed my conversation with her. And nobody was pulling her in 100 different directions. We actually got back there at first with Sarah McLachlan and then Tommy Lee. Speaking of Motley Crue, there's Kat, for those you know, the tattoo lady, and then Nikki Sixx. So if you know anything about reality TV, there's these brothers that were on a show for the love of Tiffany, known as Real and Chance, and they ended up with their own spinoff. Really great guys, man. Whenever I'd run into them, I had Real tell me, don't do it. I was like, it's not me, it's your brother that does it. As soon as he see me, he goes, gosh, damn it, here we go. I'm going to take him on again. He would constantly try to outdrink me. And I was like, dude, you can't. He's like, I got it this time. I got it. You can see right there. In his hand is a shot of tequila. So his brother's like, come on, man. I was like, it's not me, it's your brother. He go, give us 5 shots each. And I was like, 5 shots, man. Are you sure? He goes, I got you this time. I was like, all right, let's do this. He was ready, go. And he would look at me. He goes, you going to do this? I go, go ahead. I'll catch you. He would start taking his first shot. He was making a face. The second shot, he was making a face. And by the time he got to his third, he's just looking at me. He goes, you're not going to drink, are you? I go, yeah, I will. And I shoot all 5 of them real quick and just stare at him. And then when he got past his third, he get to his fourth. He started looking like he's going to puke. I go, look, he can't even get past the 4th one this time. Got past the 4th. And that one right there, he just finished the 5th one. And he's all happy about it. But he got shit-faced drunk. And that's when Real's like, see, every time we see you, this is what happens. He gets so drunk. And then the rest of the night is shot. I was like, that's not me, man. That's your brother. For those of you who don't know who Real and Chance are, they had their own spinoff. This is them.
Women that were starting to feel.
He's giving out our chains and I'm giving out my seat chain.
Baker, come get this chain, man.
So some of you might remember them. Some of you might not. They were really popular. They had a huge following. And unfortunately, Real right here passed away of cancer. But one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, man. A great guy. Him and his brother Chance are really nice. I've seen him probably like 4 or 5 times. I wasn't lying when I said I lived the life like a rock star. Jose Melendez. For those of you that live in the Bay Area, San Jose, you'll know this guy because he's a famous DJ. Jose Melendez at 94.9 in San Jose. This would be him.
An experience that I couldn't even put an amount of money on. It was just like I can look at a crowd and go, okay, I can go this way, that way, and if I start to lose them, I know how to get them back.
The 3 of us were closer to each other's age. The other people were really young. So when we ran into each other, we hung around for a little bit. Jose's a great guy, just like Randy is. But there's been times where even Jose's been ballsy enough to want to go out and drink with me. We have some funny pictures, man, together of us just being crazy. This is probably one of the best pictures that we've ever taken together. I love it. This is Jose's birthday. He dared to go drinking with me, and the result was we got pretty smashed. Heather from The Rock of Love, another reality star for those of you who don't know who she is.
It's pretty much to finish my mission, and that's to find out all the dirt on these skanks.
Oh no, all they do is drink, party, drink, party. And that's why we got along so well. So no matter where I was, most of the time when I run into these reality stars, we'll get together, we'll start drinking, we'll hang out, we have a lot of fun together. Heather is a lot of fun. Britannia, she became really big. For those of you who don't know who Britannia is, she's a feisty Mexican girl that does not play around with these dingy blondes on the show. She's actually really short-tempered.
Get the fuck out of my face. I'm honestly, because I don't even care to fucking talk to you right now, and I will fuck your ass up, and I'm like not even like happy right now.
Yeah, she's doing porn right now. Feisty, but in real life though, she's actually really kind and nice. Just don't piss her off is all it is. We hung around each other a lot of times. She's a sweetheart, and we went to clubs together, so we hung around each other. It was a lot of fun. That's a gangster right there. That's a real one. Unfortunately, he's passed away. That's my cousin. He was shot and killed. People are saying, Pimpy, man, how can you do all that drinking and still be this thin? Well, I did work out. You can see I worked out until I injured my neck up in here. Then I couldn't work out for a long time. See, this is the thing about millionaires. I'm in Vegas. We're at this club that's on the rooftop. I think it's called Ghost Club. My friend's like, hey, do you want to drink? I said, I'm not drinking, dude. I'm still recovering from last night, man. I'm kind of hungover. He goes, come on, man. Just do one shot. I know you like Patron. Just do one shot with me. And I said, all right. That's the funny thing about millionaires. This is like a $250 shot of Patron. That's their idea of something funny. And you would run into all kinds of people in the clubs. Obviously, there's Rebecca from the Icky Twins. Now, keep in mind, she's gay most of the time. So Rebecca was on a double shot at Love with the Icky Twins. This show, it kind of sucked. But Rebecca, she was a real sweetheart, and I would run into her at the clubs. I have to put this on mute because the music, they'll give me a copyright strike, but that's her. Unfortunately, these things aren't very high def, but she's a really nice person. So yeah, whenever I had a chance and I would run into her, we would just sit back and shoot the shit and have drinks. And for me, look at, always 215 and 215. Yeah, that's what happens when you drink too much. And then this kind of thing happens. I'm not even sure who this lady is. She just walked up and kissed me and somebody took a picture. But like I said, I was in the gym. I was a gym hound. I was in there like an hour and a half to 2 hours a day. I loved it. I was addicted to it. But unfortunately, I got injured. And if you drink and don't work out, then you start to put the weight on. So yeah, my whole lifestyle was like a rock star. I was in and out of clubs. I had a chance to meet a lot of reality stars, hang around a lot of famous people, a lot of rich people. Heck, even my sisters came along. That's my sister Barbara, my sister Yvonne, and her husband. These are the two surviving siblings. My sister Erica, unfortunately, passed away, as you all are aware. Then you got my kids. One's hiding in the background. There's Nicole and there's Marcus. Marcus looks like Stephen Curry, the basketball player. So when a person said, hey, could we rent you out for parties? I started laughing. I said, you know what? The funny thing is you're not too far from what I used to do. So I told you guys I would show you a little bit about some of the crazy things that used to happen when I was involved in the nighttime lifestyle. And 15 years of it, after a while, you get tired and that. And it's really wearing on relationships if you're in them. For me, I had open relationships because I knew how much trouble people could get into once they start drinking. And it just wasn't worth fighting about all the time. So if I like somebody, we would just hang out when we were together. But when we're not together, they did their thing and I did mine. I enjoyed my lifestyle. I have no regrets. Not yet. I'm sure my body's going to wear down from all the drinking I did. For the most part, I've been doing pretty good. I know you guys keep asking me about this, but you know, I might drink maybe one glass or maybe 2 glasses of wine or these little tiny mini drinks, but that's about it. Not like I did before when I was drinking every day, all day. So I'm happy about that. I definitely got a lot more energy. It's amazing. Just when you stop drinking, I already lost 7 pounds and I didn't realize how much drinking would put weight on you. I'm grateful for the willpower and little by little, just start drinking and who knows, maybe I get back down to that weight. Anyways, that's it, you guys. You guys are asking me about it. I told you I would do this for you. So here you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I did have a lot of fun. This is definitely the PG version of it, but a lot of fun. You guys let me know what you think. If you got any questions about who these people are, I'll answer them. I'll get back at you later. I'm out.